Yes? Yes? No? So Swayampurna Goa program is a flagship program of the Honorable CM again. It was inspired from Honorable Prime Minister's Garib Kalyan Yojana, and it's basically looking to give last mile connectivity of government beneficiary oriented schemes and in turn make Goa Swayampurna state. So basically what happens in this program is that around more than 200 gazetted officers like us are duty bound to go to panchayats and municipalities and help in identifying various problems and gaps which they might have in terms of reaching the grassroots regarding the schemes or any administrative hurdles which they have. But let me just get down to the point, what does the scheme have for y'all? I would encourage y'all to go to your panchayats and municipalities and talk to your Swayampurna Mitras. They can act as wonderful mentors and guides for you regarding what are the possible government schemes which are available, what are the possible government assistance which can be given to y'all in terms of shaping your own careers. So this is something which is like right there for you, right there the government is giving y'all. Y'all just need to go there, extend a hand and take utilization of all these schemes. Secondly, for all your tech-savvy people, if you don't want to go to the panchayats and do that, you can also access the scheme on the Goa online portal. I'm sure most of you must have used the Goa online portal for residence certificate and other services. The government is very keen on integrating technology in a lot of delivery of service platforms. So you can directly go to the Goa online platform. There's a Know Your Schemes tab there, and you can tailor whichever schemes you all need, whichever departments you all need, whatever are your requirements, and they'll give you all the possible schemes which are there of the government right now. Lastly, I just want to talk about few schemes which I feel might benefit you all. So, like if I have not been paying attention till now, you can just look at this one slide. Okay, the first is the CM Rozgar Yojana. It is basically to promote self-employment opportunities, entrepreneurship opportunities. I'm sure since COVID, you must have also seen Shark Tank. Yes? So entrepreneurship is something which can very well be seen as a viable career option today. And even the government is keen on looking at the youth not as job seekers but more as job creators. So this particular scheme of the CM Rozgar Yojana, it provides you financial assistance in the form of loans for starting any new project of yours or even expanding your own project. And this is at very reasonable rates of interest and at very little collateral requirements. So I could go into the specifics of the scheme, but due to paucity of time, I won't do that. But if any one of you are interested, you all can get in touch with me or get in touch with one of the nodal officers here, and I can give you all more information on the scheme. The second thing is the CM Apprenticeship Scheme, another flagship scheme, very beneficial for all of you all. This is basically a 1-year apprenticeship contract which the government offers, either in government organizations or in private. And this is an apprenticeship scheme with a stipend. So depending on the education level you are at, ranging from rupees 8,000 to 13,000 per month, you can earn while learning. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity also because right after your graduation, in case you all cannot find a good job opportunity immediately, in case there are no placement opportunities, you all can directly enroll for this and get 1 year of experience in a government setting. Also, if any one of you is looking for government jobs in the future, the CMS categorically said that from now on, for any government job, minimum 1 year of work experience is needed. So this can count as a very valuable work experience. Secondly, even if you are looking for private organizations, from personal experience I can tell you all, is that hiring a fresher is a very difficult thing for any private organization as well. They would prefer anybody with some amount of experience over a fresher. So this particular scheme gives you the advantage of showing on your CV that you had 1 year of work experience, and that counts a lot. So for any of you all, if in case you are finding difficulty in finding a job right after graduation, you all can directly enroll for the CM apprenticeship scheme. The other two schemes, interest-free education loan and the Manohar Parrikar Goa Scholar scheme, is for most of you all who are looking for pursuing some more higher education opportunities, either doctoral studies or even masters. The interest-free educational loan, it's basically has an income limit, so it has a family income limit of 7 lakhs. But depending on the type of courses, there's also some specificities which you can see into it. But the Manohar Parrikar Goa Scholar Scheme is another wonderful scheme. It is giving you around 8 lakh rupees of scholarship for courses in India and around US dollars 25,000 for any courses which you want to pursue abroad as well. That's a very good amount actually. And every year around 20 scholars are selected from the application. So if you are looking to pursue higher education, these are two schemes you can consider. And lastly, competitive examinations. The CM a few days back also made a statement that there is very little awareness about competitive examinations in Goa and that culture hasn't still developed. I have been in this cycle for the last 2 years. I won't say it was an easy cycle, it required a lot of hard work, but finally I managed to clear the Goa Public Service Commission Junior Skill Officer exam. So I'll tell you a little bit about these exams, and if any one of you are considering entering the government sector, these are the exams which you all need to answer. So first is the Staff Selection Commission exam. Recently we have established the Goa Staff Selection Commission. From now on, for any government jobs which are the non-gazetted government jobs or the lower posts of the government, that is the Group B and Group C non-gazetted posts, are all going to be handled only by the Staff Selection Commission. So now gone are the days where you all used to go to the ministers or require some sort of political influence or some other influence to get into these jobs. This is purely going to be handled by the Staff Selection Commission. You all will have to answer an exam, clear the exam and get into the job. So there is no two ways about it. Some components of the exam which you all can start focusing on if you are really interested in is reasoning, logical reasoning, quantitative abilities, numerical abilities, English comprehension and a test of Konkani language. 4 aspects which you all need to give focus to if I want to go for these exams. And these 4 aspects, especially reasoning, English and quant, is going to be beneficial for you all across any of the exams which you all are going into. Even if you are looking for banking, IBPS or even RBI, Reserve Bank of India has its own exam. All have a similar pattern. Okay. Secondly, GPSC, the Goa Public Service Commission, it is a constitutional body and the appointment of the chairman is also by the governor, but the chairman can be only removed by the president. So again, if there were rumors around the GPSC being something wherein a lot of influence works in, that's completely wrong. It is a completely independent body which functions without any influence, works purely on merit. So if you are keen on getting into Group A and Group B gazetted officer posts, such as Block Development Officer, or the post of Mamledars, State Tax Officers, and even the flagship Blue Ribbon exam, as this is called, the Junior Skill Officer exam. So we as Junior Skill Officers can be posted as Deputy Collectors, Deputy Commissioners, as Undersecretaries, Chief Officers of Municipalities. So if you want to get into these high-level government positions, you need to clear the Junior Skill Officer exam of GPSC. It's a 4-stage examination. It is quite a rigorous process. So if anyone of you are interested, this is a very good time for you all to start planning on those aspects and keep at least a minimum of 6 months to a year for preparation. Okay? At the same time, I would tell you all that the success chances of especially the junior skill examination is less than 1%. And during our time, around 3,000 people had applied. It was 20 of us who got in. Even I took around 2 to 3 attempts to clear this examination. So I would genuinely suggest you all that this cannot be something which is a once goal which you all take up. You all need to ensure that you all have a backup along with preparing for this examination. And that's when I was talking about the CM apprenticeship scheme that can be a good backup while preparing for these examinations. And third is the Union Public Service Commission examination for all the IAS, IFS, IPS, the All India Service Posts, or the central services like the Indian Revenue Service, Indian Foreign Service, that can be cleared from the Union Public Service Commission examinations. 60 to 70% of the syllabus is similar to GPSC, so if you are already preparing for GPSC, you all can definitely consider preparing for UPSC. The only thing I would like to tell you all is that a lot of the Goan youth, when I have interacted with, feel that these exams are not their cup of tea. These are something which can only be cleared by people coming from the northern states, from UP, Bihar. This is not something which we have a caliber and merit to clear. I would say that is far from true. We recently also have an IPS officer from Kunkolim who's now joined in the Agmut cadre. So if you all genuinely put your mind to it, put your focus and prepare well, any Goan youth can clear these examinations. We have much more caliber and much more merit to clear this examination. The only thing which we lack is confidence and hard work. And maybe some amount of guidance, which I feel the government also can do much better, and we are trying to give you all more guidance. And personally, as someone who is cleared, I'll be happy to guide any one of you all if you are looking to consider these examinations. Having said that, thank you so much for giving your attention to me. And if you all have any other questions regarding these examinations or government schemes, I would be happy to take any questions.
We'll start with the question and answer session. Just raise your hand those who have a question to ask.
Good afternoon. Is there any training institution in Goa which will guide us to clear this GPSC and UPSC exams?
Right. So right now there are no training institutions from the government side, but I think there are a lot of private training institutions which are coming up. Having said that, from my experience, at least for the GPSC examinations, you do not need a formal coaching platform. Right now the internet has so many resources which are available. If you use them judiciously, you can even prepare on your own. Self-study is also a possibility for these examinations. Having said that, still I can understand that the amount of syllabus and the difficulty of the examination does require certain level of coaching. So right now, government is still trying to provide some amount of assistance, but right now there are no government-sponsored training organizations, but there are definitely a few training organizations. I would not like to take the names and promote any few right now, but there are some which have come up. And I would just like to also say that almost all of us who have cleared this examination are more than happy to guide you all, so you all can also personally approach us, and we'll be happy to take a session regarding this examinations if you all are interested in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
So, is there any coaching or the study center for GTAT exams?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. From which exams?
So GTET is the entry level for the teachers. It's like a national eligibility test, NET, SET. So similar exam for a B.Ed, only for the B.Ed.
I'm sorry, but I really have no experience in the GTAT exam, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question. Any other questions with regard to any of the government schemes, or with regard to the GPSC or SSC examinations, or even UPSC examinations?
So, how many attempts are there for GPSC to clear?
Right. So GPSC right now has unlimited attempts to clear, but there's an age limit. The age limit is 40 years. So till 40 years you can apply. But unless if you have worked in a government setting before, then you can get a relaxation up to 10 years. So yes, GPSC does not have any limit. UPS, Union Public Service Commission, on the other hand, does have limit. For the unreserved category, there are around 6 attempts, and up to 32 years of age you can apply for the examinations.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure our students will come up with a few questions maybe a bit later. So if it would be kind enough, because we have a few students who are interested in these. So if it is fine with you, you could share your number, or anybody who's okay, with Sonal sir, who heads the. So if it is, it will be directed to you. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I hope as students we will take the benefit that these people who are working in the systems are offering their support. Yes? So I hope you benefit from it. Thank you. Now we move on to the third and the last session by Dr. Pallavi Dr. Pallavi Dhakne on mental fitness. I now request our student to formally introduce Dr. Pallavi.
So good afternoon everyone. Now we have before us Dr. Pallavi Dhakne. She has completed her degree in MBBS DPM and RC Psychology Fellow in UK. Currently, she is a visiting consultant psychiatrist at Kampal Clinic Panjim and also working at Redcar Hospital, Dargam. She holds the position of visiting consultant psychiatrist at Galaxy Hospital, Mapsa and Dr. Sunny Kamas Clinic, Marga. Child and adolescent psychiatry, neuropsychiatry, old age psychiatry, psychotherapy are few of her clinical interests. We welcome you, ma'am. We are eagerly waiting for your insightful words on mental fitness. Put your hands together for a round of applause for Dr. Pallavi Dhakne. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. The mental fitness all of us need because everyone was ready from this morning for this session. What was the time given to you for this session? 9:45 till 12 o'clock. And what's the time now? So all of us need a round of applause because all of us have mental fitness. We are surviving this till this time. So round of applause for ourselves first. And I'm going to request everyone who is on this side to be here. Everyone. Everyone. Only barring maybe someone who is going to help in PPT, but I think I can manage with this thing. So I want everyone to be here, relaxed, because this is for, I can manage with this? Okay, then come please here. It's not a big PPT, it is all about your participation, what you want to ask me, what you want to talk to me. I want you to be relaxed. Because that's the first thing that if we want mental fitness, firstly we have to start with relaxation. Anyone goes to the gym here? Anyone goes to the gym? What do you do when you go to the gym first thing? Warm up. So we all of us need warm up, and for warm up we always need incentives. So I'm going to start with some chocolates. Everyone had snacks, but who doesn't like Kit Kat? So to win the prizes, there are going to be 5 questions and 5 prizes. First question is and then you have to raise your hand first. I have to see that you have raised your hand first and then I will be giving this prize, okay? So, very simple question, clues are everywhere. What's the full name of Swami Vivekananda? Anyone raising the hand? Yes. So, you will have to tell me your name and then give the answer.
My name is Shreya Karkade, and the full name of Swami Vivekananda is Narendranath Datta.
Very good. Round of applause for our teachers. Would you come to take it or I have to pass it also? Prize is to be passed? Okay. So, teachers are under good preparation in GVM. They know all the answers. They have not Googled. I have to disclose that at one of the place I had to open it as a Google question because and then only one person had prepared, so I had to debar them from the question answer, and then there was a Google fastest finger first. So I'm very glad that you know these things. So this is again my introduction. The photo, the way it is taken nicely, I never look like that. So remember that because that is relevant for our one of the discussion. So. Now the next prize, okay? Who is going to tell me what is who? Yes. So I see the lady. Yes. Yes. Excellent. So who are the World Health Organization? Everyone, maybe 3-4 people have already repeated who is youth, what are they, why are they important, what's the statistics. But you as a teacher in future are going to deal with them far more than I do. In my practice, in all our doctors' practice, if we are only child specialists, we might be seeing this young age. But you as a teacher are going to spend maximum time with these people. And these people are going to come with their unique problems. And one of them is suicide. So this is the leading cause of death in young adults. Last year's statistical data released by our government says that young students are feeling helpless and people who are self-employed were feeling helpless. COVID was one of the reasons, but young brain is at risk of lot of stress. So the prize? Program cannot go ahead without prizes. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we have to know who is our target audience and what problems they are going to have, and then we can handle it. So in the young brain, the brain will be psychologically thinking lot of things. But first it will be like, who am I? What am I going to do? What is my role in society? What am I going to do in future? Am I good enough? Am I adequate enough? And lot of factors will lead to having that identity. Okay, so this young person wants to have their own identity, their own impact on their society, their surroundings, school, class, family, everywhere. They want to be the hero of their story. Okay, and right now they are the main character. So with all that, what will happen is like there will be a lot of life events happening around them in school, college, home, and that will impact their mind. And if they are succeeding well, doing well in any front of their life, it always need not be academic front. As teacher, you want your students to do well, but it will not always be academic success. They might be having different kinds of success, and that will give them more confidence, and they will be happy to carry on, cooperate, be involved in what is going on. And if anytime they are having negative results, more of like failures, or they are not achieving what everyone is achieving in their class or all that, you will see that their mental health is down and their involvement is down and they are having loss of confidence. So this is what you will see every day in your classes when you start teaching. Anyone who has started going for their, like sort of you have this training classes, no? Sometimes you have to go and teach to the class. You have to do that. What happens in the class? Chaos. So first day they know you are a new teacher and they will try to trouble you as well. So they are also trying to challenge you. Okay? And that also comes from the young brain. So young brain will have many things going on in their brain. Their hormones will be up, their emotions will be up, their response to surrounding situation will be always high. You may ignore certain things because you are focused that you have to be a teacher, you have to follow your curriculum, or you have to take care of certain responsibilities. But for a young brain, everything is important. Everything that is happening around them is important. Games are important, matches are important, what their friend is doing for whatever party or birthday, that is important. If friend is having some outing, that is important. If anyone is troubling them, that is also important for them. So all these things will play on their mind and that will make their emotions always up and down, and that is what you will constantly be dealing with them in every day whenever you are at work. And when you are not at work also, the child who is not doing well will be troubling you because the parents will be troubling you. So what happens is in a young person, the frontal and prefrontal lobes, so our brain has 4 lobes, most important. Frontal and prefrontal help us control our emotions in a social situation. A very young child is still learning that. So they might call anyone by whatever name. They will call someone by first name. Will not say mama, kaka, baba and all that. Just say randomly, oh Pallavi or oh whatever. Because their brain has still not understood the social surrounding and what should be the appropriate response. And for all the school, college teachers, students, you are also trying to constantly teach them how they should behave in a social setting. They are learning from you. You are their superheroes. Parents are superheroes for the kids who are in a preliminary school, KG, fourth standard. But the moment they go to high school and college, you are their superheroes because you are going to make or break them. You are going to give them grade. You are going to encourage them for their behaviors. Good, bad, even bad behavior, if it is ignored or not properly trained, they are going to learn from that. So everything is a learning opportunity for young brain, and sometimes learning may not go in a positive manner. Sometimes the life events will have very opposite reaction from them. Examples are here, like what is stress. So what can stress a young brain and what is the stress response? So right now all of us are stressed, like 2 hours delay, when will I have lunch, when will I get my vehicle, when will I go home, what will happen to my next day schedule. That's called acute stress, and duration matters. So we are having stress for now 2 hours. But if it becomes a very, very long stress or constant stress, then it will become a chronic stress and your body will not recover because it is constantly under stress. It's like you are walking normally and suddenly you are walking with a 10 kg of weight. After some time, your body will not be able to adjust or will maladjust, will adjust in a wrong way. And most painful is the emotional stress, which many people are shy of talking because it is taken as a negative thing. If you talk about emotional stress, why is he always talking negative things? Why is he always crying? Why is he always talking about sad things? Taking all my time talking about all these things only. I don't want to listen to all this drama. That is what we might feel when people are trying to convey their emotional stress. If you have a friend or near ones, we might be feeling a bit more about them. Or sometimes, as per our personality, we might get over-involved. What is happening to them? How are they doing? Are they doing okay or not? And all these things kids will have and you as a teacher will also have in your day-to-day life. So, many causes of stress. But in school, you will see that heartbreak is the main reason. And that's the age of falling in the love. Anyone here who did not fall in love in college or school? Anyone raise your hand? Nobody? All of us can fall in love. And falling in love is the most normal, natural and positive reaction. Only if the love is maybe too strong and you are distracted from your routine or focus or goal, then the heartbreak is going to be more painful. Okay? Then the painful heartbreak, everyone listening to the same story, why are they not moving on, why are they not doing something about it? And this will also be a lot in your classrooms. You will see it. It is not like that it will happen only in the TV, movie or only in the hospitals. It is happening every day. So as a teacher, you will have to talk about this to your students. If you talk, they will be more open and move on. If you don't talk about it, you say, no, doing this in the class, or no, this. More you put them under pressure, try to suppress, more rebellion will come out from the students. So all these things will have to be discussed with the students. Like, are they having any loss of someone near one? Is that putting them under the stress? Are they facing bullying? Anyone knows what is bullying? What is bullying? No prize for this answer, no? So I see that there is an anti-ragging banner also in our institute. So what is bullying actually? Any answer is a good answer, because all of you know. So what happens when bullying happens? Yes?
When teasing goes too far.
When?
Goes too far.
What goes too far?
Teasing.
Teasing goes too far, right? So bullying can be a form of teasing or making a group. One person against many others. Okay, so there can be a group, unhealthy amount of group. And bullying now, because we are in the age of internet, bullying is not always happening verbally face to face. Once upon a time when I was in the school, I'm a very old person, whatever Sudhin Bab said, all those years I know, calendars year I know. So I can't disclose the number, but that time there was no internet. So bullying was face to face thing. The way ragging is like supposedly face to face. Someone will say something bad to your face, or a lot of people will say something bad to your face, which is unpleasant. But now online bullying will happen. What we call is troll or incel or whatever. A lot of words children will teach you now. Because you will go to the school and they will teach you more things. So online bullying will happen and you will be, the child of the person who is experiencing bullying will be more and more isolated. They will not have any support system and they will have no avenue to go and tell that I am feeling threatened or I am being targeted. Okay? So bullying is like always targeted, trying to find whatever small wrong or something which doesn't fit the normalcy in that person and being targeted and constantly show that you are not good enough, you are not adequate enough, or you are probably not normal, okay, or you are not okay. And that constant bullying can take lot of stress and then can take a big toll on mental health. Tomorrow, if all your friends, you have a group of friends and suddenly they start excluding you from certain activities, do not call you, do not involve you, or talk something about you bad behind your back, anything, ABC. That is also bullying, okay? So, one of the way, now this is not a part of mental fitness, but that is what I would like to share with all the people who are, all of you who are going to be teachers. So, bullying can be tackled head on, having breakups can be tackled head on, talk about it. Do not say that it doesn't happen. We have instructions that this doesn't happen in our school or college. It happens, address it. Many schools and colleges now, they do anti-bullying campaign. For 1 week, they celebrate anti-bullying. That in our college, bullying will not be tolerated. If it is reported, they have these anonymous boxes where people can put in their suggestion or children can put in their complaints that I do get bullied. Not all 100 complaints would be genuine. 70-80 will be time pass or just to do some pakado, okay? But 20-30 will have some meaning. Someone who is really scared or afraid, they might reach out. So now you don't need a physical complaint box also. You can have a WhatsApp number or email ID where people can report bullying and an action can be taken. So you as a teacher, if you know what is bullying and you can take action against it, in collaboration with students, the number of bullying cases will go down and stress related to that will go down. That is what I would like to highlight. And then all these things, all the students, including all of us, experience. Identifying victims of abuse. If any child is getting physically abused or emotionally abused or neglected or sexually abused in your class, you will know some signs. So that is a topic for separate workshop. But that will also lead to a lot of stress in the young child. Okay? We just have to know. And then there are these things. These things are happening again all around us. People smoke, drink, and they will justify it as a stress buster. So we have to know why it is not a stress buster, why it is unhealthy, and every time we meet anyone who is trying to practice this or trying to justify it, we have to reason with them and we have to tell them why this is bad. Okay? Every time you tell them this is bad, that is just a relearning that this is not acceptable, this is not going to help you. In long run, it is going to cause problem. And it is to motivate to give up. Not that I always drink, always smoke, what's the point of telling you? There is always point of telling you, and specifically coming from teachers, it has a positive impact that you can stop drinking, you can stop smoking, please give it a try. Then why you smoke, why you drink, okay? Cigarettes found with the students, give them punishment is not going to help. Talk about it. Ask them why they are doing it. There will be 100 reasons. Every student will have different reasons for why they started. Peer pressure will be the number one reason. My friend started, that's why I started. Or everyone says it's good to do, that's why I'm trying it. Okay? But trial is the first step where they might go towards the addiction pattern. So if we identify it, we know it, we address it sensitively, it is going to help. Then what happens? Internet addiction. So what we are talking like new generation, that's a problem of new generation as well. So India is not number one in this department, unfortunately. We are number two. Number one is South Africa. And we are not leading by, we are not very far behind. We are far behind by only by half an hour. They spend 8 hours every day on screen time, on mobile, laptop, TV and all that. And we spend only 7.5 hours. So probably we will win soon. If we get more data, unlimited data and Wi-Fi everywhere, probably we will win there. And Indian population spends almost 5 hours on mobile. So why this is also important? Because that is also going to affect us and our students. They are going to use mobile, they are going to use internet. All thanks to COVID, there are a lot of online training, online learning. But the students don't know that what will happen when all these things happen. Physical effects are going to be there. The eyes will have problems, spine will have problems because the sitting posture is bad. Nobody looks at mobile like this. Everyone is looking at their mobile like this. This. Okay? And that is all putting stress on your body and health. So that again has to be stressed by teacher that this happens. Let's talk about it. Mental health also. Lot of children who are spending time on YouTube, social media will see ideal body types or ideal faces. How they look perfect. What I talked about the photo. The photo was taken perfect situation, perfect condition. I'm not smiling, I'm not moving. It looks perfect, it's a profile photo. But in real life, all of us are 4-dimensional people. We are not even 3-dimensional, we have more dimensions to us. And we can grow, we can be changing with hormones, with our aging and all that. And we may not always look perfect the way things look perfect on the internet. But internet causes what it causes, lot of reels and videos. People have unrealistic expectations. I should look like her, I should look like him. He's the perfect 6-pack, 8-pack. Muscles or beautiful skin, beautiful hair, no pimples, nothing, no problem they have. And they will also try to sell these things. But that will sometimes lead to, and many times, and irrespective of gender, male or female, eating disorders are very, very common in adults and school going and college going children because they have unrealistic expectations. Their body is growing, they need to eat, they will have a baby fat, their skin will be breaking out, the hair will be where they are not seen in all these photos and videos. And that will be very disturbing for them. Or certain videos where, the videos which are of sexual nature, where they will see unrealistic bodies, the bodies which are not Indian bodies at all. But that will be an unrealistic expectation that is how the life should be, that is how the partner should be, that is how your future should be. And that also puts a lot of stress on their mental health and unrealistic expectation that this is what should be my body or my body part, or this is how I should look. So some people starve themselves, do not eat regularly, skip meals, then try to use whatever medications are advertised or promoted on internet which are not promoted by doctors, and then they will have disconnect from their surrounding. If their friends, all the friends look similar, more or less, some people, some here, there, they will say these are not my real friends or they are not ideal friends as they are shown on the internet. So that will also connect lot of disconnection. And the most recent study in the psychology research has shown that whenever children are having physical health or mental health problem because of internet addiction, gaming, gambling, it can be many things. Limiting the screen time specifically for social media to 1 hour is going to help them a lot. If they limit the social media use for 1 hour every day, after 3 weeks without any treatment, any therapy or all that, all these children start feeling normal themselves, that I'm okay. But if they're addicted, they always feel I'm not okay, I have to do something more. Gaming addiction is a horrible addiction because people try to stay awake for whole night and then sometimes they get addicted to nicotine, alcohol or even cannabis to stay awake and alert to be focused on the gaming. Because in gaming, anyone knows online games? Anyone plays online games? No one? It's okay. So you don't have to reveal if you play, but I had certain clients or patients who were doing online gaming and internet gaming where they had teams across the world. So some American partners or European partners or other part of the world. So they wanted to stay awake to play with that team all the time, and that impacted their mental health and physical health. So that's why we have to know all these signs. If your child looks not well in the class, not paying attention, sleeping off too much, you can always ask them confidentially, is there anything else going on? And they might tell you, which is the first step to help them. So there are healthy coping styles, and I'm going to ask now the questions about brain, because psychiatry is again brain doctor. So there are 2 questions. Firstly, these are all healthy habits, you have to always promote it to your students. First we have to practice, then we can tell our students. So which is the vitamin which is most beneficial for the brain or good for the brain health? Anyone can tell me the vitamin which is good for the brain health? 2 vitamins. 1 vitamin is right now outside. Vitamin D, yes. Who answered vitamin D? He did not raise the hand, but he needs chocolate now. Maybe he forgot. So there is one more activity in this hobbies where you use both sides of the brain. Right side of the brain and left side of the brain. All of us have dominant hand and non-dominant hand. So dominant hand say you are right-handed person because very few people are left-handed person. Left side of the brain is going to control it. And your left-handed side, the right side of the brain is going to control it. And all our emotions, thoughts, actions, some part of the brain is always controlling. But one of the activity here, now this is a clue question. We use both sides of the brain. Which one? Raise the hand and give answer now, no more concession. Concession ends there. Can anyone give me the answer? Because there is a hint. One activity which is here uses both sides of the brain. Raise the hand and answer. Anyone? You give this much time to your students to give answers when you go to the classes? Indefinite time? 45-minute class. You can't give this much time. Okay, one more hint. It was at the beginning of the class, this whole session. Yes.
Playing of guitar.
Yes. So music, that's the correct answer. Ballpark. So whenever we are playing music and singing along, we are using both sides of the brain. So music is a hobby in which your brain health is maintained very well. All these hobbies are healthy. Everything has its own benefit. All the hobbies, all the sports, your body is going to release endorphin, happiness chemical, motivation chemical. Your body will be controlling itself, mind will be controlling itself. But music will balance both sides of the brain, and that you can encourage your students. That you don't have to tell them, no, don't learn music. You can always tell them, learn music. And you can tell them why. Now you know the answer. And spirituality, of course. So emotional intelligence, here I need volunteers. 3 volunteers. If you don't volunteer, volunteer, then I pick the volunteer. Any volunteers? Read about this slide, okay? You need to read about this slide, and then we are going to have a small role play. Any volunteers? No? Come. It's a very brave volunteer. I like her already. Sir, you are the next volunteer. Yep. And ma'am, you are the last volunteer. Yep. So I'm going to give them a scenario which you don't know, and they will show how it happens. Okay, very good. Hello, sir. So we are going to have a little role play to understand how we want to do it first and how teachers can understand it better for the well-being of mental health. So, you are the student. You are role play. So, the mother. Okay. And what has happened is your student how this scenario like how I handle it. So firstly the teacher will bring you to understand one of them volunteered, true volunteer, and other two have been picked. So now the teacher, who's that? So everyone can use mic one by one, or you can use this mic as well.
So now you come and just start. Your Vallabh's mother. So, yeah, good afternoon. So, we have got a complaint against him that he is using his bikes with loud sounds, without silencer, and it is also disturbing our premises. And also, it is not good for his health as he is riding the bike very fast and furious way. So, this is the complaint we got, and I want to tell you this, and can you just explain me or try to tell him not to do this, because it's also causing the premises, and the other students are also influencing by him. So what do you have to tell about this?
Teacher, you are right. What I said. But I'll just tell you something. Right from when he was a child, he has loved to ride a bike. सदा शेअर्स करता कशें ना म्हणून ताका. So if you
he is a child, obviously we will support him, but when he is coming to when he is going outside, so in the society, you have to tell him not to do such and such things. If he has that much of passionate about riding a bike, but then you have to give him some guidelines to how to ride, be at the safer side for him as well and for others also, right? As a mother, you need to do that, isn't it?
Yes, mommy. Yeah, what she said is right. Now, sometimes I get carried away by looking at the people in our locality and in our town. So there is a temptation, So hereafter, I will see that I take care and I do not do this kind of nuisances that will disturb the entire school atmosphere.
Very good, Vallabh. Okay, so we see the ideal situation here because it's a drama, everything has to be perfect, ideal, and nothing goes wrong. But in real life, the child will not be aware of their own emotions, why they are driving so fast. First thing, their response will be very angry. Why she has to go and complain to my parents? Why she has to involve my parents? Sugli karta right? That will be the first response. Second thing will be the child and the parents and the teacher, all of them will need emotional exercises to read the situation. If child is very angry and you start comforting, they are going to be more oppositional and defiant. That next time I will show you what I can do. Okay, now you have called me in the office, but next time I will show you what I can do. And there has to be emotional management. If we don't read the emotions of the child and parents first hand when they enter, that mom is scared that she's going to tell the child that do not do this, and child is going to maybe do it behind her back, or will not use the bike from the home but will use friend's bike, and then she will never know. So she's scared. The teacher is also scared because a lot of students in the class are also going to get influenced and use the bike without silencer, do all the stunts. Okay? So emotion management also is necessary here, and emotional intelligence. Everyone has to practice mindfulness. So one of the way, as we discussed, that we can do a bullying, anti-bullying campaign. Here also road safety campaign, if it is advised to the pupil that you will have to do the road safety campaign, responsibility will come. So responsibility for actions. If action is reckless, we can actually signpost them a responsible role. That now you are responsible of safety, or you are responsible of seeing to it that all the students manage the safety. And that's how bullying, or generally asocial behavior or oppositional behavior in lot of schools is managed. That they identify which students are doing it more. First, the students are actually interviewed privately to find out what's the cause. And if it is known that it's a behavior, then to change the behavior, to change the actions, and to change the emotions, some responsibilities to given to them so that they can also manage other people's emotions and behavior. Then only it is going to influence everyone positively. Otherwise it is going to go down the path of, I will show you what I can do now.